President Muhammadu Buhari is planning to hand over to PDP. Yes, and this is the reason why. After 4 weeks of delay, confusion, and indecisiveness, President Muhammadu Buhari finally refused on Monday to sign the Electoral Amendment Bill, citing a raft of reasons which took him so long to improvise. And you could clearly guess he wanted the cup to pass over him. But every leader must, at some point, face their demon. President Olusegun Obasanjo was in a similar position 20 years ago when he refused to sign the NDDC bill on the grounds of a disagreement with the National Assembly over what percentage of statutory allocation the Commission should get, while he proposed 10% and a reduction of the annual budget of the oil and gas companies from the 3 to 1.5%. The National Assembly wanted 15% statutory allocation to NDDC and 3% from the companies in the end. The former president, who was overridden by a National Assembly with his own party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in a majority. Again, in the end, the former president was overridden by a National Assembly. Yes, in spite of the offering and puffing by the current All Progressive Congress dominated APC National Assembly, it's improbable that they would not muster the will or even the number to override Buhari. Was the sticking point in the Electoral Amendment Bill. There are few, both. The obvious one is the provision in the bill for a mandatory direct primaries and by the political parties. Under the law, the parties may choose their candidates through direct or indirect primaries, or even by voodoo executed in the coven of some party godfathers. This later option is elegantly called consensus. That is, things fell apart between members of the National Assembly who want a statutory end to the indirect primaries because they say it's undemocratic and largely liable to manipulation. And governors who say mandating primaries for parties is undemocratic and expensive. The governors have captured the president and also against the public mood is refusal to assent to the bill. And was full of excuses that hid the truth in plain sight. It is a shocking Christmas present from a man who, after being a victim of a shambolic electoral process that thwarted his election 3 times, vowed after his success at his fourth attempt to leave a legacy of free and fair, transparent election. Okay, Buhari wants to leave a fair and transparent. He needs an ambassador post, or rather, he still wants to leave a good name. And in other words, he's just trying to join good luck in his deed. The governors have captured the president and against the public. And also, if Buhari was interested in saving smaller parties, he would have sponsored a bill that dismantles the current system, which insists that whether by hook or crook, parties must have offices in every local government and every state for national spread. Who needs that? That is what is killing smaller parties and making even the bigger ones wrecking balls. One of the biggest lawyers in Nigeria, GT Ogunye rather, made this point in his intervention on why the National Assembly should override the president. It must read to make it even worse. There is a provision in the electoral law. There is a provision in the electoral law that disqualifies parties that fail to meet a certain threshold at elections from registration. And is Barry not aware? Definitely, or does he just prefer to spot of attacking the ringworm while the leprosy festers? That's a question. Definitely, Buhari passing the electoral bill and not passing the electoral bill. That alone should serve as a eye opener to everyone, and that things may turn around in a twinkle of an eye. Isn't it a shame for a man who covets a legacy of electoral reforms that even this contiguous bill is not an executive bill? Yet Buhari is happy to be led by the nose by a Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. I would say who obviously is in chaos with some governors to bend the system. Malami is trying to twist, bend, because I believe he's still overriding Buhari. But as it is, I think Buhari is now waking up from his slumber. That is what it is. Minister Justice Abubakar Malami, who obviously is in Ketu, couch with some governors to bend the system. In Kebbi, his home state, and nationwide, to his personal advantage, and that is what he has been doing. If you, as a listener or viewers, you are not conversant with Malami, please kindly, try and know who Malami is. Apart from chewing the microphone, what has Buhari done in concrete terms in the last 6 years to promote electoral transparency and internal party democracy? Well, I'm amused by the nonsense from Quisling in the ruling APC All Progressive Congress. I will say that a National Assembly veto must be prevented to save Buhari's legacy from stain. That is so very absurd. Are they serious at all? Can't they see that the party itself is in grave danger? Yes, definitely. APC itself is in grave danger. Going by what has been happening for years without a chairman, a national convention, a board, or anything whatsoever on which it can stand as a party beyond the first quarter of next year, if the lawmakers love Buhari and if they love their party, they must save the presidency or president by veto, whichever way. If they don't, the fallout will swell, and disenchantment among swatches of already disenchanted members in the rickety ruling party, who would in turn be obliged to leave the empty shell for Buhari and his remnants. S or tail, I don't know. The governors will be right, or we all right, whichever. But Buhari will be miserable in retirement. The Electoral Amendment Bill is more than direct primaries. There are also provisions in it to cap election, and also election and primaries to cap election spending further, toughen and the penalties for vote buying, and validate the use of biometrics and electronic transmission of results. There have been suggestions that it is this last bit about biometrics and transmission of results that Buhari doesn't want. Yes, and not necessarily direct primaries. Truth is that except Buhari's fantasy, and nothing is this electoral bill threatens his legacy. And I'm ashamed to say this, that a man who was not once, not twice, and not even three times a victim of electoral fraud should check the opportunity to make things better when it can, and it should rather borrow sense. He is just about to hand his presidency over to the People's Democratic Party on a platter of gold. Well, this one I'm going to draw the curtain to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening, and God bless you.